Now that we're about to start rolling, please keep your devices on silent mode. Refrain from flash photography as it will affect the footage. And those at the seats closest to the actors are requested not to move into the aisle. The actors need as much of the light as they can get. Food and drinks are prohibited on the set. Thank you for being such a patient audience. And now, let's go back to simpler times. It's the 2000s, it's Bollywood, and this is Take Two!
धोबी का धंधा हो जाएगा बंद हर बीवी का मनपसंद Revitalize your fabrics with Kamala detergent. साफ लगे तो स्वच्छ रहे. Cut! What a take! That's my style. What a take!
चेस का है यार. Good job. Good job. Not bad.
You're a detergent. You're a perfectionist for a detergent ad also.
Don't make it sound like it's a good thing.
I mean, you've embraced yourself enough to make a brand out of it. That's pretty impressive.
Brand का क्या डालूं मैं? तू पहले let me.
And not just any detergent ad, okay? The most soft and swatch detergent in the market.
Manani, there are kinder ways to call me a sellout.
Arey, you're not a sellout. You're just trying to make it.
Madam ji, I have made it.
Oh, of course, of course.
I can't believe how much you changed.
You talk as if you're so much older than me. Uncle Ji, you're like 10 years older. Calm down.
Your mansion is 15 years older than my grandfather. I was joking. Like,
No, it's fine.
what was he combing your hair?
Yes. You don't have to.
I've done it before.
Acha, how are auntie and uncle these days?
I don't talk to them anymore. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not missing out on anything.
Well, I miss them. I have so many memories of auntie and uncle in that old house of yours with the courtyard.
A house that they inherited and could not pay the bill for. I miss those days.
वो तब की बात थी ना केशव. I mean, look at you now. Look at what you've accomplished.
Combing my talents hair. No, but you are right. जैसा भी हो, set तो मेरा ही. And I guess I have made a name for myself. And have you?
Sure.
अरे स्माइल करना किसने बनाया छी Never stop me in the seat to take photos.
Arey, please. You could be out of the industry for years and they'll still want a photo with you.
Objection, man. They want a photo with you.
But I've heard that soon enough there's going to be lines of people waiting to take a photo with you.
I don't want to talk about it. Chanti, cut. No cutting.
आ रहा है
चाय लाना यार.
आ रहा है
worries, no worries. I could actually use the money.
इसी की जरूरत तो सबको है यार. I could use the money too. But it's different with you, right?
Sure, sure. Point is, I am officially back.
If you're back and I'm Spielberg, nation's biggest up-and-coming star returns from exile. Shoot for a detergent ad. I'll get the spotlight. Huh?
What they won't know is that Mr. Spielberg over here made me do 100 takes for the perfect shot.
Spielberg sir ने लियो को कहा था. All about being authentic, Malini.
Acha, acha. Well, I'm glad I could be of help. It's great being authentic on your 100th take, huh? For a detergent ad.
Sad. Does this feel weird? The set?
Oh, it's hard getting used to, yeah.
याद आती है?
Of course, aati hai. I mean, ever since Papa stopped producing stuff, I haven't really, well, you know. But I had so much fun. You know, back in the day, filming those movies I did, it was.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Malini, you're meant for that camera. Too good.
Maybe. It's just crazy how it all still feels like a whole new world, you know? I mean, I've been doing this forever, but being on set, the lights, the cameras, the people, I can't get used to it. It's still so magical.
It's only magical when Papa's producing. There's nothing fun about shooting for detergent as in India.
Yeah. Well, make perfect sense you say that actually.
Why?
मैं बोल दूं? You're thinking of adapting the Mahabharata?
So you know about that?
Of course I know about it. How would I not know about it? The most glamorous thing you could possibly be adapting. Acha, but I read somewhere, don't tell me this is true. You're not thinking of self-sponsoring it, right? Because I don't think...
Self-sponsoring it. इतने पैसे होते तो यहाँ होता क्या मैं? कहाँ पढ़ा ये? ताजी खबर? Filmfare?
Stardust.
Get out of the gossip columns, yaar.
Arey, but I have to be in touch with the industry somehow.
It's such trash.
How else am I supposed to be in the loop? I mean, it's not like my dear friend over here ever comes and visits, tells me what's going on.
It's because your dear friend has been trying to make a name for himself क्योंकि मेरे पापा producer नहीं हैं.
जो भी है.
Jokes aside, these columns are trash and these columnists don't know what they're talking about.
Acha. So, let me get this straight. Only the director knows what he's talking about, yes?
Always go cover to behind the camera.
You know, maybe you should play Krishna in your adaptation. Think about it, right? Keshav, Krishna, it just makes sense. I'm afraid you have to be a bit more charming though.
Charming enough to charm my way into producer's heart?
Exactly. And have you?
I tried.
Is there someone?
It's tentative.
There is someone, okay.
It's tentative.
Just spit it out, Mr. Pretty Storyboard, who is it?
I don't know how to. Malini, it's Madhav Kapoor. I know this sounds bad.
Keshav? I can't believe this. You were people working with him after what he did to me, what he did to Papa.
Uncle को क्यों involve कर रही है यार? If he had any money, you know I'd go to him.
It's not just about the money though, is it? I mean, Madhav is horrible.
It might be, but he's my way out of this indie hellhole. He'll get me all the distributors I want. He's my way to the big leagues, Malini.
What about those allegations about his behavior on set with those actors?
Allegation थे ना यार? Were any of those proven? I know this sounds bad and I don't want to work with him either, but in bed with his money, not with him.
You.
Fair. But know that he has assured me of full creative control. Of virtually full creative control.
What's the catch?
He's not sold yet. He's not convinced there's enough buzz for the film. मैंने उसको कह दिया. मैंने सोचा that how can there be buzz for a film that does not exist in the first place? So confused right now. And I could use a friend. Preferably someone who's been acting since she was 3.
My first gig was a diaper ad when I was 1, so note that down.
No, but
Fine, I'll help. Do you have a class?
I have a few people in mind.
Okay, let's see. Hello. Too underconfident. Next. Hello. Too overconfident. Next. Oh, it's a hotel. No. Where are you even finding these people? Where?
I have to fire my casting director.
Yes, you do. And what you need is someone that you can rely on for that first weekend.
Yes, exactly. But anyone who can get me that first weekend is out of my budget. Until Madhav doesn't come on board, I can't increase my budget. So I'm stuck.
Have you locked that property?
It's an even bigger problem. Any actress worth the salt is booked out 3 years in advance, and the ones who can't pay Draupadi need 3 years of workshop anyways. God knows I've had enough of Lokhandwala for a lifetime.
What about me?
What about you?
What if I played Draupadi?
Worldly में रहती है, how would I afford you?
Don't be stupid. I'm not going to charge you for it. I'm actually serious, okay? I'll even audition for the role if you want.
Why will you audition? I've seen your eye for it.
See, this could work. What Madhav is looking for is marketing, right?
Buzz.
Say, what's bigger buzz than a comeback story? I mean, just think about it. All of Papa's fans will go crazy for it. Oh my God! I mean, half of bloody Andheri will be at your doorstep to get a word from.
Wow. This has been my dream since I was a child, Madhu. If we can produce this without Kapoor on board, everything else will blow like clockwork.
Exactly. If there's enough buzz, you won't even need that Madhav Kapoor. It's a win-win. I will be back on the sets and you will have enough funding for your film or whatever. This could work. Okay. Now we need to start thinking about PR. So problem is I have exactly one person in my PR team right now and they're on a trip to the Maldives, but that's neither here nor there, that doesn't matter. I guess we could get that person who, who did that.
Nay, this doesn't add up. Why you after all these years and why now?
I'm tired of being on the sidelines, and I've known you for so long. Who's better than you to open the door for a comeback?
Come on. Malini Khan, tired of rest and relaxation. That will get the spotlight.
As it turns out, you can get tired of anything if you try hard enough. It's just, it's time I remind the world that I exist. So, do you know anyone who could make the announcement and could you get me an interview?
The answer, yes. I think I can put some strings for you, okay? And get your prime time slot. None of this starters bullshit.
Okay. Then I guess there's just one last thing.
Ab kya hua?
What about my audition?
Okay?
away from the spotlight for the better half of a decade. How does it feel to be in front of a camera again?
Oh, amazing, Mukund. Especially now that the highest rated show on television has agreed to have me on.
I'm not convinced. You might be as charming as ever, but your charm won't save you from my tricky question. So tell me, why did you pick the Mahabharata as a comeback film?
Well, the Mahabharata is such a powerful story. And I've always admired Keshav's alternative films. I think he's a true auteur. I think he's going to bring his classical touch to this amazing story.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. But let's talk about you. You played a lot of roles in the past. The childhood prodigy. Heroing for every hero in the industry. But never this. Never the role of our important Hindu queen Draupadi. Do you feel comfortable taking it on, Malini Khan?
Well, it's interesting that you call her a Hindu queen. I mean, most people just jump to the fact that she had 5 husbands, right?
Well, you've been protective about your whole love life, so.
And I'm sure that Draupadi of all people can relate to what it feels like to be away from the spotlight.
This away from the spotlight is something you're familiar with too, right? We want to tell the audience, where have you been these months? Where have you been these past 2 years?
The facts are already out there for everyone to see. When one family dominates the industry, for lack of a better word, it's bound to happen that they can push people around however they want and kick people out if they want as well.
You speak in innuendo, but let's be honest. Can't be easy working with the Kapoors after what they did to your family.
And I'm sure it's not easy working with the Khans either, but we make do, don't we?
So are you telling me that the strained history between your families is not a point of contention for you?
It's the Mahabharata after all. Maybe some family conflict in the mix will actually help with my method acting.
Not funny. The fact of the matter is that your people don't get the Mahabharata like we do. We have been waiting for Bollywood to adapt this for decades. Is it not fair that we get a faithful adaptation of it? What do you say, folks? Besides, sources tell me that the reason Madhav Kapoor agreed to produce this was to cast his own daughter as Kalyani. As Draupadi, sorry.
His daughter? Kalyani?
Yes, abhi to bola Kalyani Kapoor.
No, I didn't know. I barely even met her. I'm sure she's lovely.
I'm sure she's lovely now, but you haven't had lovely things to say about her in the past.
Everyone makes mistakes when they're young.
And some mistakes somehow end up in the pastry of every industry for the whole world to see.
Okay.
And then you get boycotted from the industry.
Okay, boycott. Actually, a bit of a strong word. I took a break, so.
You can afford to take a break, can't you?
What does that mean?
You want me to spell it out? Daughter of one of the biggest stars in the industry. Former big stars in the industry.
So what? I'm grateful for everything that he's allowed me to grow up with.
Is he involved in this project?
No, he's not.
Thank God. This movie can't handle 2 cards.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit tired of this line of questioning, Mukund. Can we maybe talk about the movie instead?
Ooh. Seems like we struggle for it. Miss, can't you know that being outspoken comes with its cost? Might just help her with her method acting. I hope you had a good time, folks. A lot more of this once you're back from commercial. Only on Prime Time with Mukund.
Mukund? Mukund? very decades ago. Just for the TRP, you have to be kidding me.
Aren't both of us doing this for the same reason?
You and I are nothing alike. You'd risk anything to make it seem more entertaining.
I just do my job.
So what? They feed you your lines too? I thought you were a journalist.
I do what I have to do.
When is the last time you looked away from that teleprompter and at the real world?
And when's the last time you looked anywhere but in a mirror?
Oh. We're insufferable.
Okay,
Don't blame the player.
we're going back live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Hi.
Hi, madam.
You're playing Vishasana, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Sorry for the delay.
No problem, ma'am.
You don't have to call me ma'am, by the way. Call me Malini, please.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, Malini.
Hey, thank you for agreeing to rehearse, by the way.
Of course.
It's just that this is a bit of a tough scene and my dance skills are still a little bit rusty.
No problem. You have your steps down. Na?
Yeah, I think so. I just had a question. Why are there so many people on set already?
Arey, ma'am, directors like him, they always keep doing this. Want to keep their actors on their toes.
Okay, but even for a rehearsal, I mean, that's really brutal.
It's how it is these days, ma'am.
When the boss speaks, we listen, huh?
And when the boss asks us to dance,
But by the way, are they sure about this song and the dance also? It's a bit.
मैम माधव सर ने खुद लिखा है अच्छा होगा और आजकल तो आइटम सॉन्ग
अरे बक मत करो यार. We're already behind schedule. Sound ready? Sound ready? Ready. Camera ready?
Ready?
Lights. Action.
अरे नमस्कार नमस्कार नमस्कार. चलिए एक बात बताइए आप लोग विस्फोट का मतलब समझते हैं आप? एक्सप्लोजन. तो चलिए इसी बात पर दुर्योधन की सभा इस भरी सभा में आप सभी का स्वागत है.
शराफत से रोक खुद को हमको तेरी कमर देखने पर को हमें गले लगाए और करा दे प्यार का विस्फोट बड़ी सभा में प्यार का विस्फोट अरे बड़ी सभा में प्यार का विस्फोट अरे बड़ी सभा में आज हुआ सम्मान का विस्फोट बड़ी सभा में प्यार का विस्फोट सम्मान का विस्फोट 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 प्यार का विस्फोट सम्मान का विस्फोट
Photos of Malini Khan doing this TV scene have been leaked to the media. Questions have been raised about the shoot, the actress, as well as the film.
How can you disrespect our culture like that? This is utterly shameful behavior. This is what happens when other people try to represent our culture. Boycott this film right now.
With rampant calls to boycott the film due to the controversial actors, there have been threats to the makers of the film to either remove the actor or to shelve the film entirely. Amidst this chaos, we've managed to get an interview with the executive producer, Mr. Madhav Kapoor.
देखिए, उस दिन सेट पे जो हुआ बहुत दर्दनाक था। मैं देश के मेरे हर एक भाई बहन से हाथ जोड़ के माफी मांगता हूँ। आजकल के डायरेक्टर को लगता है कि वो सेट पे कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। वो शायद भूल गए हैं कि ये माधव कपूर का सेट। ये मेरा वादा है कि इस देश को एक ऐसी महाभारत मिलेगी जिसे देख के श्री कृष्ण खुद प्रकट हो जाएंगे। ये मेरा वादा है। जय श्री कृष्ण।
खोलो ना, खोलो.
You're ignoring my calls.
अरे, director साहब आप आ गए.
You're ignoring my calls.
I keep my landline unplugged, Keshav.
I hope you're doing okay. I needed to.
What? What did you need? A favor? For you or for that movie of yours? You have no right to ask for a favor. Not after what happened that day.
Not here to ask for a favor. I need you to know that what happened that day, my hands were tied.
What?
That's why I've been trying to call you.
Why didn't you just say cut?
When?
Why did you let the scene drag on? Why didn't you just say cut when I asked you?
You heard me that day. We were over scheduled and Madhu was on the ass about the budget. And the shot felt authentic. Malini, I've grown up with you. I've tried to protect you whenever I could. Why would I?
It's not about you though, is it? No. Have you ever thought it's not about you? I mean, it's barely even about me, really. It's about this spectacle that's been created. You've seen the photos. Everyone has seen the photos. And you've heard what they're saying. No, you've heard what they're saying. The way everyone was looking at me on set that day, I can't forget it.
But it's our job to be seen.
Could you tell me what my job is? I know what my job is, Keshav. I was born and raised under a spotlight. I know what it's like to be seen. But this isn't that, is it? It isn't that. The way they were watching. I still see their eyes on me. I see them reacting. I see them applauding, laughing, judging, watching. Always watching.
They were doing their job. Just like I was. And we're a team, we have each other's back. That's not to say that I'm not sorry. I really am. उस दिन गलती हो गई है. It shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have happened. And I hope whoever was responsible for that leak burns in hell.
ये सब मत बोल यार. You know the AD, he was at the launch party. He's a chavo.
What are you here for? Why did you come?
You know me well enough.
Not well enough.
Malini,
No. You know, I took a break for a reason.
oh,
Coming back was a mistake. This whole thing
It
was
was a
one
mistake.
big no. It was a mistake. It was a mistake because I took a break from people like you.
people like me.
People like you. Keshav,
People like
people
me.
who do anything to anyone for their own gain. I don't even recognize you
My own
anymore.
gain?
You know, you used to be so true to your vision. I used to look up to you. I don't know who you are anymore.
अरे बचपन में था मेरा वो. You can't make a name for yourself. Staying true to this vision.
Yeah, this is the only way, huh? This is the only way you can make it.
Don't get it. Never did. Respect? You were born with it. I have to fight every day to earn it. Even on a detergent bag. That's the difference.
Respect just comes to me, huh? Did it come easily to me when they saw that photo? Did they respect me when they saw that? No, then what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Right.
I genuinely don't get it because
What do you get?
we never thought about this.
We never thought of this.
Any of this
We
fame,
never
respect,
thought of this.
growing up, we
We
didn't.
never thought of this.
We
You never thought of this. Malini, you were false in the fire of fame. खान साहब की बेटी है तुझे और पता ही क्या है यार. I was the one who was made to think that she doesn't belong here, in this house, in this industry. Day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, every fucking day. Could you know whose blood I am? You know something. 20 साल जो भूखे मरे ना मुझे, I've learned learned about directing, I've learned about this industry. And it's all about being in control. Being in control of the narrative.
Being in control of the narrative, huh? It's about your ego! Just say it like it is, no!
Baby, बचपना गया नहीं तेरा. Don't be so reductive. You know better than
What
that.
are you here for?
Don't. Just believe me when I tell you that my hands were tied. And if my words are not yes, I have evidence. Just look at this.
Papa, she doesn't have what it takes and everybody knows it. She's just washed up at this point.
पता है. This Keshav should have cast someone more conventional for the role.
Well, you're the producer, Mr. Madhav Kapoor. What are you going to do about it?
Manners. I have a plan. But I'll have to cross some line.
What?
Kalyani, look me in the eyes and promise me that this time you stop using.
Using? What? Where did you even hear that?
I have eyes and ears everywhere in this industry. It's the least they owe me.
Oh, just like I owe you my happiness.
Can't believe you're doing this. To me, to us, to what happened with your mother.
Yeah, maybe that's why I...
तुम्हें रोल चाहिए, मिल जाएगा. But you have to follow some rules. Keep your head down, go to rehab and see it through. And get a few acting classes.
Acting classes? So you think I'm a bad actress also?
मैंने कब बोला बेटा? I think you can be a star. But sometimes you have to follow the rules, na?
Oh, just like you're going to do now, huh?
Follow? I make the rules. मेरा पैसा है, मेरा set है. I can cast whoever I want. But you have to earn what you're owed anyway.
Fine. What about that scintillating, sensational, center of everyone's attention, Miss Malini Khan? What about her?
खान? उसके बाप को हटा दिया था, उसे भी हटा देंगे.
Papa, this is a big comeback film. I mean, she's made the news. The public's not going to be happy about this.
I know what the public wants and I know what makes them happy. ऐसे ही बनाओ इतना बड़ा producer. We frame a scandal and we do what we have to do.
Papa, that's taking a risk, no?
तुम्हें बचपन से एक ही चीज सिखा रहा हूँ. It's not a risk when you can control the outcome.
Where did you even get this?
Let's just say I know people who know people and there's goodwill on our side. There's goodwill on your side.
Keshav, did you pay someone to track them or something? I can't believe you do something like that.
Does it matter? Get off of this moral high ground of yours. This team is how we get control of the narrative again.
Say we do. What about Kalyani?
You saw what we saw. They saw what we saw. She's not built for this industry. Now we know what those acting classes have been all about. Once the media gets this, he's never getting in again.
What about producers?
They will jump on such controversy and you know it.
And rights over the script?
I own them, all of them. Sure, this is real. Trust me. If it wasn't, I wouldn't come here. And since it's real, you have to be the one to take this to the public. Show them the truth. क्या हुआ? Sorry, I shouted earlier, but I'm on your side, Manju. I always was. I heard what happened last time on the TV show. I'll get your platform again.
One where I won't be ambushed?
Yes, I'll pull some strings the right way this time.
You don't have to do that.
I know I don't have to, but I want to. For you, for us.
What about Madhav? Won't he come after us?
Madhav, he can't afford to. He has a reputation.
Keshav, that's taking a bit of a risk.
It's not a risk when you can control the outcome. And you, Miss Khan, are here to say what you want to?
I always speak my mind. For better or for worse.
That's true, but still in character, huh? Although you've been uncharacteristically quiet of late.
Well, my silence was hardly self-imposed.
What does that mean?
Let's just say taking a break has offered me some perspective.
Perspective?
About the kind of people who think they can do anything to anyone for their own gain.
I'm sure it must have been devastating. The leak and how the media handled it. People were saying such horrible things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. You're different, aren't you, Mukund?
Yes, I am. We at Prime Time want to hear your side of the story.
Story. It wasn't a leak. He planned the whole thing. He orchestrated it.
He has been accused of doing a lot in the past, of treating his actresses poorly and whatnot. But this is damning. Even for Kapoor.
Kapoor?
What?
Madhav Kapoor?
Yes, Madhav Kapoor, the very one.
Who-
Producer of the film.
Who said anything about that?
Is that not the he you were referring to?
Madhav has made his mistakes. I'm sure no one's going to deny that. I'm pretty sure he used his contacts to gag me in the media. And this whole project was probably just a way to get his daughter through the front door. But Madhav wasn't calling the shots that day.
Madhav wasn't calling the shots that day despite doing all that.
It wasn't just him.
Who wasn't there?
Keshav.
Keshav, the director of your film.
The very one.
Sources tell me that you've been friends long before you joined the industry.
When was I ever not a part of this industry? I have lived and breathed this industry my whole life, but somehow, it's only recently that I've seen the worst in people, even the best people you know. As it turns out, everyone's an actor.
Sorry, could you care to elaborate for the audience?
Keshav was complicit.
Complicit?
He was a willing participant. He justifies it as he was just doing his job. But his job is to be the director. And if I've learned anything about directing these past few years, it's about being in control of the narrative. It's about being in control of the set, which he was, you know. He was. He could have put an end to it. But
That's new information.
no, he did it. He did it. You know, I thought it was just a rehearsal.
Wow. Breaking news.
Here's some more breaking news. I was yelling his name. The whole time it was happening, I was yelling his name, begging for him to cut it, waiting for him to come save me, but he didn't. You know what he did instead? He prolonged the take. He made it a one take. You want to know why?
Why?
Authenticity. There's nothing more authentic than an actual disrobing, huh? He claims that there was some sort of miscommunication with the AD or something, but that's not true. It was just deception. It's a fine line, and he crossed it that day. You know, for the record, he's the one who had control of the physical files that day.
But my sources tell me that all physical files are owned by Kapoor.
You might want to check your sources again. Take a look at this.
That's a photo of Madhav Kapoor in his beach shorts. I don't think they want to see that.
No, Mukund, take a look at the date. Forget the set. Madhav was nowhere near it that day. Keshav was the one calling the shots. He was in charge. He's as complicit in the leak as anyone else.
Does Keshav know that you were going to come here? You were going to come here on air and reveal all of this?
He does. But I'm pretty sure he just wanted to feed me my lines. Once again.
Feed you your lies.
Maybe you'll find out in the coming few days, or maybe you won't. But as I suspect you know pretty well, Mukund, it's the people behind the camera who have a way of becoming puppet masters who think they can do anything to anyone for their own gain. Because they treat us like objects, you know?
Folks, this has been a scintillating and sensational segment. All the evidence will be on your screen in high definition soon. But it's time to come to a commercial. I'll be back soon, only on Brand Life and Mukund.
You've been a part of this all along, haven't you?
What?
Don't play stupid. Who gave you that directive? About those Kalyani Kapoor rumors, huh?
I've said it before. We at Prime Time are an independent news organization. We do not take directives from any
Cut
agency.
the crap! At least until we're back on live again, and then you can start, huh? Hey, blaming you. I'm not blaming you for farming TRP using talking points from Madhav Steel. I mean, you've taken your talking points from worse government in the past.
Why did you come back? On my channel, on my show, on my prime time, and take such a risk.
Because it's not a risk when you can control the outcome.
You even mean any of that about Keshav, about allegations?
What does it matter? I'm an actress. My words are as true as I can make them sound. And you can twist anything to make it seem entertaining, no? You're just the player. Play the game then. मेरे सपनों की महल में सलाम सबको
Aditi, let's do this one more time. Crew ready? Take two, lights, camera, action!